is the news at 10.
Welcome to the Saturday Night News, and thanks for joining us. I'm Abby Wilt. We start with a rough Bronco loss at the LA Bowl. The final score was 38-10. Broncos getting defeated tonight by the Huskies. We're going to bring in our sports team now, who's live at SoFi Stadium. Jordan Smith and Austin Parr, what exactly happened on the field there tonight?
Great question. We're still searching for the answers. I think Boise State is in the locker room as well. Kind of a head-scratcher game. They come into this game very hot. They won against Utah State. They clinched the Mountain West Championship. It all looked really good coming into this game, and then it just fell off the rails very quickly.
Very quickly. I mean, early on, you thought it was going to go pretty well. They got a nice kickoff return from Malik Sherrod, set them up in great field position inside of Washington territory. They didn't finish the drive with 7 points. I feel like if they could have gotten the end zone there, they probably would have changed the game a little bit as far as momentum goes. They end up only getting a field goal, a 52-yarder, by the way. Boomer is still booming. They end up getting a field goal. Their defense played phenomenal to start. Marco Notriani, Ty Benefield had phenomenal games. But everything else just kind of fell off the rails in that second quarter.
Well, this is what we had seen against several of the high-profile games this season. We saw it against USF. We saw it against Notre Dame. They start very strong. The offense drove down the field. They get the 3 points, and then all of a sudden, it kind of just feels like it gets disconnected. Madsen throws a couple of picks. Then all of a sudden, the defense lets one slip by him, and then the momentum, it's impossible to get back. It felt like the table was totally flipped.
Well, it wasn't complimentary football. The offense did not complement the defense and vice versa. I mean, when the defense needed to stop in that second quarter, they could not contain Damon Williams. I mean, he is so slippery and so quick. If you try to arm tackle a quarterback like that, he is going to beat you with explosive plays every single time. And that's exactly what happened against this BSU defense. Now, on the flip side, on the offensive side of the football, a lot of people are going to talk about Maddox Madsen and how he got hurt. He came out in a boot in the second half. The interception that he threw in the second quarter has nothing to do with an injury. I mean, it was inexcusable. He did not have a great performance. He looked completely unprepared. And I do think the playbook was a little less creative than maybe you and I probably wanted to see in the final game of the season in the LA Bowl.
Yeah, Madsen goes down, does not return to play in the second half. Max Cutforth takes over. All in all, 5 interceptions on the night for Boise State's offense. Not the way these seniors wanted to go out. Here's Marco Notriani after the game.
Just sharing this field the last time with this team is something special, and I've been sharing the field with Lauder since high school, and knowing this is our last game together is painful and tough to deal with, but it's just been an honor being a part of all the seniors in this senior class, seeing how much we've grown over the last 4 or 5 years.
And it was just an emotional goodbye. You could see both Lauder and Notriani tearing up in that press conference. And it's just not the way that this team wanted to go out. You know, there was so much talk about could this team hang with the Power 4 team if given a second chance. It felt like they had all the pieces in place, and it just slipped away.
Slipped away, and you really feel for those seniors. I mean, Matt Lauder after the game, he talked about the brotherhood for this university, and he said, look, Boise State changes lives. It changes your life, and you just really feel for those guys that couldn't go out on top of the victory. He did find the end zone, which was a nice little cherry on top of his career. But also, I want to make a couple other points. Spencer Danielson was asked on whether they're going to bring in a big-time quarterback from the portal because you know Bronco Nation is not going to be happy with the performance of both quarterbacks. Madsen threw 2 interceptions. He left in a walking boot. Max Cutforth comes out in the second half. Doesn't really look prepared, throws 3 interceptions. Yes, he had the touchdown, or otherwise his stats would be a lot worse. So Spencer Danielson did say that he does believe in his quarterbacks. He believes in developing football players, believes in Maddox, believes in Max Cutforth. So it's yet to be seen what's going to happen in the offseason. The recruiting class that they are bringing in, I'll tell you what, it's one of the best they've ever had in their entire program's history, and there's 2 big-time quarterbacks coming in. So will they challenge them for that job next season? It's yet to be seen. Obviously, we are at the final day of this season, but we'll have those answers coming up in a couple months.
Yeah, we'll see what they come up with here, searching for answers. The good news is the mentality of this team. It's still a very young core. You've got guys like Sire Gaines. As we were walking in the tunnel, I did hear him saying, he said, all right, time to get back to work. You know, that's the mentality. Wear this for 24 hours, moving on to the next. We'll see how they bounce back because they open the season at Oregon next year. Abby, that's going to wrap us up from SoFi Stadium.
All right, well, tough loss for sure, and like you said, definitely tough for those seniors, but it was a good run of it. Glad we finished it off in LA, and thank you guys for all of your coverage. And we do want to show you guys one last good part, or one win, I should say, in the game. Take a look at this, one of the fan favorites. Blitz and Gronk raced for the second and final time tonight. Blitz needed to redeem himself, of course, after getting distracted the first go-around. Look at Blitz go. As we know, Blitz came out of retirement for these last 2 games, and I think that he ended it on a pretty good note there. So if anything, Blitz can cheer us up for the night. Good work, Blitz.